especially if you live in New York City, because they just passed legislation on 2.13. Google it. New York 2.13. This article was published on November 22nd, 2023 by Armstrong Economics, and it was put up on LinkedIn. You guys can find this article very easily. This article on 2.13 is stating that the government now has legal authority to remove residents from their homes and force them into quarantine camps. There is no age restriction. Children can be removed from their homes without parental consent. They do not need to warn citizens when they are coming or how long they must be quarantined. You will be required to take any steps the state mandates, including taking medications against your will. There is no due process, no court hearing, and no rule of law, as the government may now abduct citizens in the name of public health. It goes on to state, you may not even take a test to determine if you are sick. The state has full authority over you and your body. This is one of the most restrictive and oppressive pieces of legislation to pass in U.S. history and nullifies our freedoms.
All right, so as you see the title of the lesson, man, all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shine by Hashem Harakakadash. As you see the title of the lesson, concentration camps, Rule NY 2.13 passed. So one of the things that the prophet's been warning you about is that there's over 800 concentration camps scattered throughout the whole United States. And those things are going to be ready to be occupied with you, everyday citizens of America. Okay? And as Apostle Tahar coined this year, this is the year of the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. It's looking like it. Now, I researched this guy, that was the first video I ran across. I researched the bill and I was trying to find information. It was actually kind of hard to find information. So I was like, damn, is this real? So as I kept going deeper and trying to figure out if it was real or not, I started running across other people's videos. And come to find out, last year, they put the bill up, whatever you want to call it, the rule up, and it basically got put under. But this year, it passed. It passed to where it's under the state of New York, but you already know it's a domino effect. If it's happening in New York, it's going to happen in all 50 states. All right? It's going to happen everywhere. Under a health emergency, they could detain you, bring you and quarantine you. It don't matter your age. It don't matter, even if it's not under the Crown Royal, the C1 to the Nueve, all right? Even if it's not under there. If you just have some type of illness, they can take you. I'm gonna show you. You play this next video clip.
Vaccine that they decide is good for you. On that list also includes experimental drugs. They're allowed to experiment.
Let me play this baby right here.
This is definitely the scariest video I've ever made. It's not just for New York City, it's for the entire state of New York. We are all gonna have to run and get the fuck out of here. Let me explain to what happened over the weekend. Rule 213. Anybody remember what Rule 213 was supposed to be? Or what it is now? Over a year ago, Governor Hochul tried to have something come in place called Rule 213, where the state can come remove you from your home and put you into quarantine. And I'm not talking about C-19. I'm talking about any disease, including Lyme disease, toxic shock syndrome, things that aren't even contagious, okay? This happened last March. It was approved to go through until a bunch of lawyers sued them for it. And the judge appealed it. They said, this is not going to go through. No thanks, goodbye. Until this past September, when Governor Hochul appealed that decision, followed up with the New York State Supreme Court Appellate Division, 4th Judicial Department. Both sides gave their argument. Hochul's lawyers saying, oh, it's not going to be as bad as you think, while the other lawyers saying what the nightmare will be if this goes through. Number one, there's no age restriction. It could be your newborn baby, it could be your grandparents, it could be you who just gave birth. There are no There's no due process. There are no court hearings. There is also no time duration limit. You are there until they tell you you can leave. You are forced also to take whatever.
I don't want to go a little further with that. Next word she said, get the video whole clip. But you can search it yourself. Check out another guy who was talking about, no, not this dude. This guy.
Are you in New York? Well, you better not cough, because if you do, they can take you away. As a matter of fact, even if you're not coughing, they can take you away. Under the new Rule 2.13, isolation and quarantine procedures gives the state of New York the ability to come into your home and take you away to quarantine without any notice for any virus or infection they deem necessary. You don't even have the option to fight it. You don't even get due process. It's not like, a 5150 in California where you get that 72-hour hold. Make sure that you're not dangerous. No, you get hauled off. They don't even tell you where they're going to take you. They don't even tell your family where they're going to take you. And if you refuse to open the door, they'll kick it in, even though there's no reasonable articulable suspicion whatsoever, let alone probable cause, and no warrant, and no due process after. I think I already mentioned that. Why would anybody stay there? I wonder. This is horrible. But you also get too high taxes and terrible city services all at the same time. If I lived in New York, I would be moving right now.
You know,
Are you in New York?
these other people talking about it.